Thank you for tuning in tonight. As we have a really good show once again, and as you can see, my guest tonight, a longtime head coach of the Clinton Dragon basketball team, Chris Lockard, here with us, and he's brought along some of his student athletes, some of the Dragons. So, but Chris, thank you for being here.
Well, Sleepy, thanks for having us. We're excited to be here. We're a little tired from last night, but we were looking forward to it.
I really appreciate it. Wanted to get y'all on last week. We had an incoming winter storm coming in, but you never know what's going to happen. And 1 week later, we're up in 70 degrees.
I know.
So,
I know.
But it's great to have the nice weather. As you can see, the phone line's there. Give us a call if you want to question or comment for Coach Lockard and the Dragons. But let's meet some of these. You got a junior class, a junior heavy.
Yes.
Let's take a look at these Dragons over here. Yes, you have 8 juniors. Right here's 6 of the juniors. We're missing Jeremiah Blauvelt and Rodavian Truss, not able to make it tonight.
They couldn't get down here tonight, but we got the other guys here.
Right, it's check these guys out again.
Tyler, you got the microphone? Introduce yourself there, son.
Tyler Morgan.
Hunter Rupert.
Rashawn Bright.
Jackson Garner. Trace Thackerson.
Lane Harrison.
Guys, I just want to tell y'all, just congratulate you on the season that you've had thus far, and you really had a good season. I know you're disappointed about last night. I know you wanted to bring home the big trophy, but really had a good season. I believe 16-5 right now, and finished second in the district, earned a double bye and an automatic bid to the region, and it's also the first time the Clinton basketball team has been to the district championship of the tournament since 2000. Do you know if you're aware of that?
Well, we went last year.
Right, I mean,
Yeah.
These back-to-back. What I mean is first time back-to-back teams have gone back-to-back to the tournament, and that hasn't happened since 2000, and I know you had it one stretch, you went like 5 years in a row, 96 to 2000, so I just want to congratulate you on that, and that's really quite an accomplishment, and thank you all for being here as well. But Coach, you have your junior-dominated. You got 8 juniors. The phrase that I think of is 8 is enough, but but when it comes to these guys, 8 is not enough. I'm sure you'd like to have 8 more.
I'd love
juniors.
to have 8 more of them. This is a special group. They've been together through middle school, and we knew we were going to have a good run with them last year. Most of those guys had plenty of minutes and great opportunities last year. With a heavy senior class, we had 2 really good additions with Rodavian and Jeremiah. And it's a little difficult, the inconsistencies that you find without having some senior leadership. But each one of those guys, and we discussed that today even at shoot around, they all have a specific area that they can lead in, and so we try to split that up with them where they all have a small role of the leadership. So and they're getting there, they're learning, and they're a great bunch. They play extremely hard for us. They're smart, and they're exciting to watch.
Right, certainly are. And guys, we're going to do the show a little bit backwards tonight. We're going to let you do a shout out here at first, and then after the first break, we'll break you up into threes and come back and talk to you individually. But Rashawn, have you got a shout out?
Shout out my mom, my aunt, and Coach Split Housley.
Shout out my mom and my dad.
I'd like to shout out Coach Housley, my mom, my dad, and my brother.
Shout out the fam and Matt Housley.
Shout out to my brother Tyler and my mom and pops. Shout out to mom and pops, Also, little bro Hudson and Split Housley.
All right.
Picking on Coach Housley tonight.
What's the nickname with the?
Well, it started last year. Chase and I were watching a movie, Split, and so that's where it started. So the boys sort of pick on him with that nickname about that guy in the movie, off that movie.
All right, we got a call coming in already. Let's take it.
It's probably Housley.
Locker room chat, you're on the air.
Hey, Sleepy, what's going on?
Hey, Coach, this Coach Housley?
No, it's Coach Stacy.
Coach Stacy.
Coach Stacy, I couldn't hear him.
Yeah, Coach Stacy. That's. How you doing, Coach? Thanks for calling in.
I figured Coach Housley would be asleep by now.
Yeah, he might be.
You got Coach Lockhart on there?
Yeah.
We got some of the kids are kidding him a little bit. I thought that might have been him calling in, but yeah, Coach Lockhart's here.
Well, I just want to tell you, Coach, it's been a pleasure just being a young coach and having such a role model every day, not just school-wise, but just coaching-wise, to watch you and understand and gain the knowledge that you have. I mean, it's been big time for me just moving here in my family and opening us with welcome arms. And, you know, I just wanted to say this, like, you honestly do it with class. I think I said that to you last night. You might have heard it. I said it pretty loud, but you did it with class, and it's great for me to see how you do that as a young coach. And I can tell you this right now: you gained a lot of respect, not just from the coaches at our school and our community, but as we talk about this all the time, you gained a lot of respect from the local referees as well. They talk highly of you. I just wanted you to know that, and know that you know, several of the kids on there. I know there's 2 kids that might have transferred, but God sent them to us, and I thank God every day that those 2 kids at our school.
Yeah, Coach Stacy's he's a huge addition to our school, and not just for the baseball coach. I mean, he's at every sporting event he can get to. We get to work hand in hand every day in the gym together, and last night, if you didn't notice, the student section, he's been a big push for that. Him and the softball team and the football team, and you know,
Great student section.
Great student section last night. Probably the best we've had in a long while. And Coach Stacy's so involved in the school. It's great to have a great new young coach around. You know, I kid him. I said I used to do that when I first started, but now we have him, and he's been a huge addition to our school, and we're lucky to have him. We just got to hold on to him a little for a long time if we can.
Well, yeah, he had the last year of the season got started and abruptly ended, and so it's like his year 0 still for him.
It is. You know, I was lucky enough to be part of the baseball program last year as a parent and as a, you know, just as a school member as well, and you know, the things he did for those kids and losing their season and what he did for those seniors that weren't going to get to play and got them involved in that league up there in Sevierville and the experiences they got to have. He's a special one. He's one that we'll love and hold on to for as long as we can. But we appreciate all the comments. You know how we do things there at Clinton, and you know we want to be the best, and we work hard every day. And he is just immediately become part of our family.
Yeah, Coach Stacy, when's the baseball season? When's the first pitch?
It's March 15th. We play Knox Central at home, so March 15th at 5:30 at Giants baseball field.
Jumping right into the district right off the bat.
Yep. Unfortunately, that's how our schedule works due to you know, how large our district is. So hopefully things can change next year when we get in that new district.
How's those improvements going at the field? I noticed the new visitor dugout and some of the improvements on the field around. How's that going?
It's going good, and I mean that's something that we've talked about, like especially like with our basketball teams and our football teams. just having pride in everything that we have, and that's why I try to tell the guys, it might be a visitor's dugout, but that's still ours. When I'm a visitor and I walk into another stadium, it's kind of the first idea of what I get about that team. If it's something nice, I usually think that team, takes things serious. If it's something not so nice, I'm usually like, you know what, we should beat these guys. So I've upgraded the upstairs too for the radio and the announcers and the scorekeepers as well, because we want to take care of those guys as well.
Right, doing a really outstanding job. The field at the fairgrounds, it just continues to improve, and you think you've seen it not going to be able to improve anymore, but it's just still evolving. It just seemed like you're doing an outstanding job. You put in a new warning track in the outfield. You're wanting to put turf around the mound and the bases, and getting the dimensions right, and there's a lot that goes into that, and I want to thank you for everything you're doing for the Clinton Dragon baseball program.
Well, I appreciate it. I can't wait for Saturday either. The Dragons, Chris and those guys got Farragut, and the girls got a tall task Friday night, but, David and Goliath. I mean, if anybody knows the story of David and Goliath, never say never. So, I can't wait to see what Alicia and them have for Friday night too. So. That's
right. You got girls and the boys both in the regions, back-to-back years, and that's what you want to see year in, year out.
Exactly. It's just phenomenal working with people like Chris and Alicia. Alicia's Teacher of the Year. That's just another role model as a coach at our school, knowing that it's just beyond just coaching. She takes her job just very seriously. Those girls are lucky to have her.
All right, Coach Stacy, thank you for calling in, and good luck this season. I know you're looking for that first win still,
Yeah, I am. I know.
Right,
Coach Collette and Chris remind me of that quite a bit. So.
He'll get it. He'll be just fine.
Right. All right, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys. Go Dragons.
See you. Go
Thank
Dragons.
you.
All right, bye.
Got another call coming in. I think it's the red one. Hope I don't hang up on it. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air. Coach Keith. Coach Keith.
Yeah, what's going on?
How you doing, Coach Keith? Head football coach, Clinton High School. You're on the locker room chat. Thanks for calling in, Coach Lockard.
Well, I'm just calling to wish Coach Lockett all the good luck in the world. Coming into Clinton was kind of rough for me in all aspects, and he was there with me step by step. So, I'm just happy to see him having this success. I think he's an excellent coach, and better than that, I think he's an excellent person. And I'm very grateful to have crossed paths with him. So, best compliment I can give Chris is I'm better for knowing it. And I have the utmost confidence in his abilities as a coach, and I think we're going to surprise and upset some people. And I'll get off, and thank you guys for having me on.
Thanks for calling in, Coach.
Thanks, Coach. I tell you, Coach Keith and I immediately just hit it off, both about the same age. And, coming into Clinton can be tough, to got to work your way in to be accepted. And he is one of the hardest working guys that we've had. He and Rob both they go above and beyond. You expect that from people like myself that are Clinton, born and raised, and we go through the school and it means just a little bit more to you, and you take more strides and try to do things to make it good for the kids. But you had Coach Keith come in and immediately went to work on beautifying the entire campus, and not with just other people, with his own hands. And he and I become great friends, and lean on each other in tough times, and use each other for not just inspiration for your teams or ideas for things like that. We lean on each other just on everyday life. And as Rob said, together right now, all of our coaches have such a great camaraderie and respect for one another, and I think you got to tip your hat to Brad Collette. He's done a great job getting all that put together and being the leader for that.
Well, that's what I was going to say, Coach Collette. You look at the, three main sports, I guess, football, basketball, baseball, and even, girls softball, or, even the girls side too. Coach Sam's there. I think it's
Brad's done,
a lot of really good hires.
Brad's done a great job, and he does on a daily basis. And, he does so many things behind the scenes that people don't know. How he interacts with our student athletes, how he interacts with our coaches. He's able to, today at the region tournament meeting, he's sitting right there beside us, and he's very involved and tries to do whatever he can to help us be successful. And, and I feel blessed and lucky to have the coaches that are around us, and then to have an athletic director like him that is just willing to do whatever we need to be done. And the support right now is something that not everyone gets to have and be a part of. So I'm probably a lot more appreciative than what people get to see. Brad just stays behind the scenes most of the time, but I make sure we always try to recognize him, because without him, a lot of these things don't happen.
Right, and he makes some good popcorn too.
Heck yeah, he does. He
Best
sure
in the
does.
district. I told him that last week. But let's go to the phone lines. We've got another call here. Go ahead, caller. You're on the locker room chat. Well, he must have dropped off, but Chris, tough loss last night. Disappointing. I appreciate you coming in here, and gosh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I'm a Clinton guy, but what are we going to do to beat Oak Ridge? Are we going to have to drive a stake through their heart like a vampire, or throw water on them like a witch and let them melt, or what? I know.
I tell you that since 2010, they've like it or dislike it, they've had a decade of dominance. They've had so many great athletes and basketball players in the last 10 years, and we've been there where we were one of the dominant teams for back-to-back years, and the last 2 years I felt like we had teams that could compete and had an opportunity to beat them. Last year I thought we had two really good shots at them, the game at home and in the district finals. And this year, I felt like we had another opportunity, even though we were young and we were playing a little inconsistent at times. We have such a good offensive team. I really felt like we had a great shot at the district championship. But, when you live by the three, sometimes you die by the three sometimes, and this team is very three-point oriented. And I think we've evolved and gotten better and away from that. But, I think you just have to give credit where it's due. They have an outstanding club. They can defend very well. They're very strong in transition. Our strength is playing fast and up-tempo and high scoring. That's also Oak Ridge's. So if you get in that type of game, sometimes it's difficult to hold them off. And, as well as we do play in the up-tempo, it's hard for this team to maintain that 4 quarters yet. So we have to sort of spot play that. And, last night I thought the boys really gave me a lot of effort in the second quarter to give us a chance. And my plan was to try to get ahead and then change the tempo. And we just couldn't get a few shots to fall. And, so we'll see. We'll keep working at it. Next year Oak Ridge will not be a district game for us with the new classifications. Everybody in our district and region moved up to 4A except for ourselves and Halls and Anderson County. We're just smaller schools, and so I think the new classification obviously will help some of the smaller AAA schools compete more and give them a chance to move on in the postseason play. I've been lucky, Sleepy. We've advanced in postseason play quite a bit and done very well. But I do think the new classification makes it, I guess, more even playing field for everyone.
Right, it certainly does, especially going up against the larger schools
Yes.
year in and year out. But taking nothing away from Oak Ridge, they've had since you said 2010 or even, they've been really good about every year.
They've been good for a long time.
Yeah.
They've been good since
Right.
I was a young boy, and I have a great respect for the program and all the coaches they've ever had. But when you step in the rectangle, we're going to go to war. We're going to battle. My kids are going to play hard. I'm going to coach hard. And then at the end of the day, you just try to figure out what you did right, what you did wrong, and it was last night was an outstanding game. One of the best officiated games in the Clinton Oak Ridge that you could ask for. Those guys did a heck of a job. When you don't notice the officials being there, it's an extremely good call ball game, and those three young guys did a super job. And so, but we'll keep working. Our season is not over with that game. We have two more games to look forward to give ourselves a chance to get to the finals of the region. Obviously, we got to get through Farragut first. So, we're going to keep pushing and keep plugging.
Right. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the show, and it's great to see Clinton Oak Ridge playing for the district championship, and sort of like old times. And But right now we're going to take our first break. We got a couple of callers online, so just be patient. We'll get back to you following this break. But you're watching the Locker Room Chat, and we'll be right back.
Roan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation. Roan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Roan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Roan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. A member of the SRA and the ISRI. Roan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
Muncie Pharmacy is your locally owned hometown pharmacy. They accept most insurances, so why go to the large chain pharmacies when you get better customer service at Muncie Pharmacy? Have a special prescription that needs compounding? Muncie Pharmacy can handle those needs as well. Muncie Pharmacy has a drive-thru for your convenience and offers free delivery in the Oak Ridge area. And don't forget the gifts that we have available for all occasions.
Here at Muncie Pharmacy, we take the time to know you and treat you like family.
We all know that real estate is location, location, location.
Our team at Just Homes Group Realty Executives has the true expertise, pairing buyers and sellers with the right opportunities.
Whether you're looking to buy or sell a home right here in Knoxville,
Lenoir City, Clinton, or Farragut, we have the expertise throughout every Knoxville surrounding area. Call Just Homes Group Realty Executives today.
Old Duff Subaru would like to announce the opening of our brand new, larger facility in Kingston. This new facility was designed to offer unmatched comfort and convenience for our customers. Our service department now offers full tire and alignment services, express oil changes, and a car wash included with each service. We're conveniently located at I-40 exit 356 in Kingston, an easy drive from anywhere in the greater Knoxville area. Earl Duff Subaru, Tennessee's only 10-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Award.
Earl Duff Subaru, I-40 at Gallaher Road in Kingston, or on the web at duffsubaru.com.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is your gift destination. Shop the new plush selection for that special someone. We have Bath & Body Works popular fragrances and custom gift baskets too. Live and Let Live has a wide selection of gift and home decor for any occasion, from yard flags to selected jewelry plus much more. We have Big Orange giftware always available year-round. And don't forget to enjoy a soda fountain treat while you shop. Live and Let Live Drugstore, Gift Shop, and Soda Fountain in downtown Rockwood.
Welcome back into the locker room chat. As our guests tonight are the Clinton Dragons. As Coach Locker here is with us, the co-coach of the year, and congratulations on that, Chris, along with Ernie Clausen at Campbell County. But congratulate you on that. And for right now, let's go back to the phones. We have a caller waiting patiently.
Hey, Lockwood.
Oh, it's Anthony.
Hey.
How you doing, Anthony?
You better not lose on Saturday.
What's that?
You better not lose Saturday, Lockwood.
I'm going to try not to, I promise.
You got
we
any?
should win last night.
What's that?
We should have won last night.
Yeah, we tried. We gave it everything we had, buddy.
Yeah, I know. All
right, buddy.
Just see you on Saturday.
You got anything you want to say to some of these guys up here? What about Trace?
Good luck on Saturday, guys.
Appreciate you, Anthony.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Anthony.
You're welcome. Love you. Locker.
You too, buddy.
Bye.
Thanks for calling in, Anthony. One of the biggest fans
he is
out there.
I tell you, he loves it.
Bugs me to death. He wants to ride to every game. But let's go ahead and meet these Dragons, Chris. Who's got the mic first? That's the Lane Train. Go ahead, Lane Train Harrison. Talk a little bit about Lane Harrison.
You know, Lane's one of those guys that he's got so much skill to be 6'6". You know, he's able to put the ball on the deck. He's able to shoot the three. He's a great passer. He's great knowledge of the game. You know, I think he's not even tapped into how good he can become. I push him every day. I'm extremely hard on him, but because I know how much further he can get with the skill he has. You know, I guess, you know, I always have questions that I pose these guys during the day when I get them one-on-one. And you know, one for him is, you know, I like to know what his mindset is before games, and how do you try to get yourself prepared for big games like you did last night, because he had such a great focus going into the game. And those are the kind of things I like to know.
Well, whenever we start stretching, getting ready, I just empty my mind, get ready to go, stay focused, stay relaxed, get ready to play.
Lane, you're an all-district performer this year during the season, averaging in double figures. What is some of the strengths? I know Coach Lockard alluded to some. What do you think some of your strengths are?
Lately, I've been shooting the ball extremely well, and I've been able to get to the rim using that. People extend, I go by. So.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a better range in Jackson?
Let's be honest.
Do y'all ever play horse? And
Nah, he's too scared to play me.
Are you lying?
How many dunks you had this year? You keep a count? You had one last night.
You've had at least.
It's at least 6.
Oh, it's more than that. You've had more than that.
Yes, but yeah, double digits.
I'd say you 10 or 11, 12, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what about Rich over there?
Yeah.
So you come from a long line of Dragon family. Your brother Luke played, and your dad played back in the day. And did they try to give you advice?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. I'll come home from games, play bad, play good. Dad always has something to say. Luke too. It's every day.
What about Luke? Can you beat him one-on-one?
Yes.
Okay, you got a great size, 6'7". Are you getting any looks from any colleges right now?
I'm getting a couple looks. I have one college offer from a D2 school in West Virginia.
Mm-hmm. That's great. What's some of your weaknesses you need to work on?
Defense is for sure, and lateral quickness and my strength, because not the biggest.
You get in the weight room, and some kids, are just naturally
thin.
Right.
He's much stronger than he'll let on, and he's actually a pretty good defender when I'm chewing on his ear a little bit. So I'm gonna give.
You have a favorite player?
It's Jackson. Jackson's my favorite player.
I know your favorite team now.
Oh yeah, Knicks the best team ever.
Oh, Knicks?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm a Knicks fan too. I thought you was gonna say Kentucky.
Well, that's college.
Right.
Yeah, they suck right now.
Okay. What would you like to do when you go into college? What are you looking for as a career? Do you know yet?
No idea. Literally no idea.
Just want to play ball, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go to Jackson Garner, the co-MVP of the district. He's currently number 6 in the state in scoring. And talk a little bit about this junior.
Well, he's started every year since his freshman year. I probably made a mistake the first game he started. I started him in a pretty big ball game, made him a little nervous, but since then he's really stepped forward, and been a tremendous shooter for us. And last year he had to accept a little bit bigger of a role and handle basketball. And now this season he's been our primary scorer, and he's having to adapt and adjust to defenses trying to keep the ball out of his hands. He's an excellent basketball player, obviously a great shooter, but his knowledge of the game, like the rest of these guys, is just, for high school kids, this is one of the most knowledgeable groups I've ever had as far as from top to bottom. And Jackson obviously has a great feel for the game. He broke his 1,000th point as a sophomore, and even though we've had a shortened season, he is 11 points away from breaking 1,500. I felt like he, obviously earned the co-MVP this season. I thought he was, one of the top 2 players in the league, and he's done a great job adapting to how teams are guarding us and trying to keep the ball out of his hands. So, we'll keep working on his box out and rebounding skills, won't we? Yes. But other than that, this group is so strange, Sleepy. I mean, every one of them just have a great knowledge of the game, and so it makes it much easier for me to do different things with us. So,
I know. Do you have a point guard? And all these players can play the point. You don't really have a.
We don't have a designated one. This summer we didn't get a chance to have summer camps, and we were really looking at Rashawn maybe playing the 1, but Thackerson's a natural 1, Jackson's a 1, Lane can step out and run the 1. We've just got guys that are multiply skilled, and so it makes the things that we're doing possible, which is, people are asking me how we're playing different. Well, we're not teaching much different. It's just these guys can really vamp it out a little bit more.
Jackson, now you're a prolific scorer, and you set the new Clinton High School record earlier in the year against Gatlinburg Pittman. You had 55 points in the game back in November, right after Thanksgiving. Talk about that game, at 55 points.
Well, that game it was crazy. And what's crazy about it is I passed up a 3, and we called a timeout because I passed it to Lane. And I had all my teammates and coaches yelling at me, like, why are you passing up that 3? And I was like, well, Lane was wide open. He was like, you have 47 points right now. And I was like, 47? And then so after that, they said, keep shooting. And I don't have no words for that game. That game was crazy.
Mm-hmm. I know you got off to a great start in the season. I think after the first 3 games, you were you were averaging, I think, close to 37 points a game. I think you were leading the state at the time, and but now I think you're right around, I believe, 22, 23, right around there. And you also, I heard that you're leading the state in free throw percentage as well. You're in the high 80s, and that's a really terrific. And when you miss a free throw, it's like, wow,
Yeah. Well, most of these guys, I have sort of mini goals for them, and I told Jackson, he needs to be a 90% free throw shooter. So does Thackerson. So does Lane. So does Rashawn. So does Morgan. So does Jeremiah. And then, we're trying to get these guys to understand how important that is. But yeah, he's been awesome at the line, and hopefully they can.
Well, Jackson, I know you're a really good shooter from outside, and your game has evolved. You're really good at driving. What are some of the things you need to work on, you think, to get to the next level?
I think in high-intensity games, I got to get better on getting on 2 feet when I get in the paint instead of trying to rush my shot and leave off 1 foot out of control. But I'd say I definitely have to get on 2 feet.
Are you getting some letters already from colleges?
Maryville College has offered me, and I'm getting LMU has been in contact with me, but other than that, that's about it.
Mm-hmm. So, what was your comments on the game last night? Obviously, we didn't get the win, but what do you think we could have done to pull that one out?
Really, starting the second half was, I think, where we lost the game. I think we weren't as focused as we were coming out to start the game, and they started scoring transition, and we couldn't get back from that.
What's the goal of this Dragon team? Coming into the season, what was the goal? I know Coach Lockhardt's mentioned that y'all weren't really picked high in the district after losing 6 seniors. But what was the goal of the team coming in?
To get back where we got and make it to the state tournament, so we can have experience for that coming for our senior year.
So you're not surprised where you're sitting right now?
I wish we would have won the game last night, but other than that.
Right, I sort of thought they would be where they were at right now coming into this season. This is an outstanding junior class.
Yeah, definitely.
Jackson, you have what is some of your pre-game ritual?
Really just listen to music up until we warm up out on the court, but come in with an empty mind and just stay focused until tip off.
And my wife had a question. Well, not a question. My wife said that you had great hair. And I said, well, I'll ask him what shampoo he uses. But
I don't put nothing special in it. It's Old Spice.
I love it.
But one of the games this year, the Powell game, Coach Barnes at Powell, it was a home game, and y'all were winning, and we were holding the ball there at the end. They was trying to hold them off, and they had to foul you a lot of time. Coach Barnes paid you the ultimate compliment. I think he said, well, every time he moves his hair, y'all call a foul, So you're good at drawing the fouls like that, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite team?
Lane doesn't want me to say it, but Duke. It's my favorite team.
What about a favorite player?
I don't really have a favorite player, really.
Okay. It's not Trace? Okay. Let's go to Trace there.
It's not me.
Well, this kid here, Trace Staggerson, he's probably the most versatile player, I think, on the team.
Yeah, I didn't really realize he'd become that kind of player. You know, his older brother was for us, played multiple positions, and was a great athlete. But Trace is, your brother will kill me, but he's able to maneuver himself and play the positions at a higher level. He's not just a great point guard. He can play in the post. He can guard a post. He can guard the best player. He can guard speed and quickness and size and strength. And, he's had a phenomenal year this year. I think he's one of the first players I've had in a long time that could just destroy a zone by himself without the ball in his hand. He knows where the windows are. He gets there, gets the ball, and creates shots for others. He can beat you with the ball in his hand or without it in his hand. He's also our team's leading rebounder. He's had multiple games of double-digit rebounding. He had 15 one night.
Triple-double.
Yeah, I would love to tell you I've coached him and how to rebound that way, but he just has a knack for doing it. And again, another one of his strengths is his knowledge of how to play the game. He's a very good gamer. He's
smart.
He's smart. He's able to stay focused sometimes in areas where some players can't. So I loved coaching his brother, and I've enjoyed coaching him along with these other guys. But he is very versatile. Is the perfect word for him.
Trace was a quarterback in football, and you got to be smart to play quarterback, and you see that on the basketball court as well. Even in middle school, when I watched you play, you was more of a point guard in middle school, and I thought you would get to high school and be a point guard. But we've got 3 or 4 guys there that can run the point. But I never thought that you'd lead the team in rebounding. But you're doing you get in there, and it's like Coach Locker said, you got a knack for get rebounds. You're not the biggest guy, you're not the tallest, but you're just you're really good at that. And let's talk about the Central game of the night. Did you know how much time was on the clock when you held that ball there at the end of the game?
Yeah.
If anybody don't know, there was Greg Moore made a shot to cut it to 3 with about 5 seconds to go, and Trace was going to throw the inbounds, but he just held it, and he knew how much time was. He just had to throw it in, and that's a heady ball player right there.
Yes. Yeah, and he does that throughout the game. With this group, I can give them a little more freedom. I let those guys make some decisions. I ask them at halftime or in timeouts, what do you think? What do you see? And so it's when they do plays like that, then you know they're getting there.
He's a coach's son as well. I know your dad, Troy's a longtime coach, and
a former Dragon.
And a former Dragon as well, and your brother Tyler. What are some of your strengths you think, Trace?
Definitely reading the floor. 15 minutes. Definitely seeing what defense the team is running against us, and just noticing the mismatches that we have or anything going on.
I noticed your finger there. You got a broken finger. Last night, you didn't have that on, obviously, but you're having to keep it wrapped up, I guess.
Yeah, he has to leave it that way during the day. He's played 3 games with a broken finger, and it's amazing that he's that tough to push through it.
What do you think about the game coming up Saturday night against Farragut?
We match up really well against them. We just have to find bodies to box out, beat them in transition, and we'll get the win.
Are you planning on playing football again this fall?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's good. I heard you were, so that's good.
He also was an all-district.
Right, you also an all-district.
All-tournament last night.
Also, you all-district player this season, all-tournament in the tournament as well. Are you getting any looks from any colleges right now?
No, sir.
Not yet. But you had the double-double early in the year, and you really leading the team in assists and steals and rebounds. So
He's solid.
pretty solid on the court. What about your brother Tyler? You know, he's playing at Carson Newman this fall as a quarterback. Did he try to give you some advice?
Yeah, he always sends me a motivational text before every game, no matter what. He'll just tell me to play tough, play my game, just to do my thing.
You think you can take him one-on-one?
Yeah, he cannot hold me. Like, no.
Oh, gosh. All right. Well, we're going to take another break. We'll come back to visit with Hunter Rupert, Tyler Morgan, and Rashawn Bright. And, guys, we appreciate you all coming down tonight. And we'll be right back. You're watching the Locker Room Chat.
Yeah.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is the premier pharmacy service location. Let our professional staff help with all your pharmacy needs, answer your questions, or help with your medication management with our Medicine on Time packaging system. We also offer medication therapy management to ensure you're receiving maximum benefits from your medication. Diabetes care is available with one-on-one consultations, or you can attend one of our monthly diabetes information classes. Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood.
We treat you like family at RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We'll buy it on the spot and we'll pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. We treat you like family.
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood.
Old Duff Subaru would like to announce the opening of our brand new, larger facility in Kingston. This new facility was designed to offer unmatched comfort and convenience for our customers. Our service department now offers full tire and alignment services, express oil changes, and a car wash included with each service. We're conveniently located at I-40 exit 356 in Kingston, an easy drive from anywhere in the greater Knoxville area. Earl Duff Subaru, Tennessee's only 10-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Award.
Earl Duff Subaru, I-40 at Gallaher Road in Kingston, or on the web at duffsubaru.com.
We all know that real estate is location, location, location.
Our team at Just Homes Group, Realty Executives, has the true expertise, pairing buyers and sellers with the right opportunities.
Whether you're looking to buy or sell a home right here in Knoxville,
Lenoir City, Clinton, or Farragut, we have the expertise throughout every Knoxville surrounding area. Call Just Homes Group Realty Executives today.
Muncie Pharmacy is your locally owned hometown pharmacy. They accept most insurances, so why go to the large chain pharmacies when you get better customer service at Muncie Pharmacy? Have a special prescription that needs compounding? Muncie Pharmacy can handle those needs as well. Muncie Pharmacy has a drive-through for your convenience and the Oak Ridge area. And don't forget the gifts that we have available for all occasions.
Here at Muncie Pharmacy, we take the time to know you and treat you like family.
Welcome back in the Locker Room Chat, and this Clinton Dragons here tonight with us in the studio, and it's a great time of year, Coach. Your high school tournament's going on, and we got some scores in the area tonight. It was Harriman knocking off Oneida tonight in District 3 1A. So Harriman over Oneida 57-52, and the Sunbright boys, Coach James Jones there, they defeated Wartburg tonight to get third place. So
good job.
Good job for those teams there. Looking at games around the area Saturday night or Friday night, we got the girls Clinton girls will be at Bearden. You got a big test there. Bearden's 26-1. You have Halls is at Maryville. Farragut's at Oak Ridge. I think it'll be a really good game. That's a 4 versus a 1, but that girls district is really strong.
Really strong, yeah.
Also Heritage at Powell. So good luck to the local teams there. Also looking at in the 1A, you got Oneida. They got the 1 seed. Wartburg girls and Sunbright girls, number 3. Midway, number 4. And also, congratulations go out to the Kingston boys. They won the district last night, defeated Fulton to win that.
Kingston's tough.
To win that 4 AA district, and Kingston will be at home, play Northview Academy on Saturday. Also, in our district, West is at Oak Ridge, Central at Maryville, Carnes at Bearden, and, of course, Farragut's at Clinton. I think Harriman will be traveling. No, Harriman will be at home taking on Copper Basin, and Oneida at home against Cell Creek, and Sunbright will have to go and face Tellico. So that's some of the games area. We got a call coming in. Let's take it real quick. You got a call? Go ahead, caller. Coach LaFew.
Is that Dwayne?
Hey, Chris. It's Dwayne.
Hey, Dwayne. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fine. I just called with y'all. Good luck Saturday. Hope everything goes well.
Well, we sure appreciate it. It's been good getting to see you here. This COVID thing has killed everybody, getting to come to the games and getting to visit and see people we always love visiting with. It's been nice getting to see you back at the ball games.
Well, I appreciate it, and with me down at Olive Springs now, I don't get to come as much as I used to, but do when I can. So, good luck to you, and I hope everybody does well.
Appreciate it. Dwayne and I go way back. He's a good one, I tell you.
Dwayne, he's the coach there, assistant coach at Olive Springs for the girls, and does a great job. He's been at Clinton Middle in the past.
Yeah. He had some good teams when he was coaching Clinton.
Thank you for calling in, Coach LaFew.
All right.
Have a good one.
Talk to y'all later.
Thanks, man. See you.
Okay.
All right, let's meet these other 3 Dragons here. We got Hunter Rupert. Talk a little bit about Hunter.
Hunter is, he's just now starting to come into his own. He is an outstanding shooter. His varsity play is just now starting to sort of blossom a little bit. He's always been able to shoot the ball, but his confidence doing that now has really started to come on. He's hit some big shots for us this year. The last second shot at Anderson County at the end of the 3rd. Hit a big shot last night. Hit 2 big free throws and a big shot in our win against Central. So, I tell you, he is continuing to work on his defense and getting stronger, and he's really been working hard in the weight room. Another one of our guys that has a great knowledge of the game, and he's a very smart kid. He's a great kid. He's probably the one I stay on the most. We have a great relationship outside of basketball, so I'm always picking at him. But we're going to have big things from him. He has really turned into a great addition to our team.
I know he's got great range as well. I saw him in middle school. I said, "Who is that guy?" He was just knocking them down from way back. And you have more range than Jackson.
It's close, but I got to give it to him. But it's close. It's close.
He's getting there.
What is some of the things I know? I've seen you out after some of the games. I tell you, just you're a big part of this team, and just be ready. Get your number called, and you've showed that the last couple of games. You had that big shot against Central. They're down the stretch, make some great passes as well when they're trying to foul, and also last night you came in against Oak Ridge and knocked down a 3, and just talk a little bit about some of your performances you've had.
Well, I think a big role for me on this team is just to stay ready, and whenever somebody needs me, just to go in and do my thing. And Yeah, against Central, that was wild. I was not ready to go in, really. I was just sitting there and cheering everybody on, but when he called my number, I just got up and did what I could.
All right, now I admire that about you.
Oh, he's a great kid. I mean, all these guys are great kids, and the two next to him, just the same.
Let's switch over to Rashawn. Rashawn, they wanted you to ask how you get to jump so high. I just said that's natural, ain't it?
Well, they just run in my family, really.
Right.
Like, we all got bounce.
Yeah, Rashawn's another all-district guy this year, and another one that's blossomed really, really quick. You know, last year we saw sparks of what he could do, and this year he had that monster dunk over at Carnes. His ability to put the ball on the floor and get by people is something. It's extremely hard to hold him up. I guess I'm still trying to get him to come out of his shell a little bit and have a little more confidence, and he's done that. But for me, a great question for him is, when do you feel like you can get to the rim? Do you look for times, or do you just feel it, and when you get a good angle, go? I mean, I know I give you free reign to go when you want, but what are you thinking and what are you seeing when you're out there?
I really don't even be thinking that much. Like, if I see somebody in front of me, they usually can't guard me, so I just try to get in the paint and create something.
Rashawn, I know you worked really hard in the off season. I've seen it this year. I think you're probably the most improved player on the team, and you didn't really get a lot of playing time last year. You got in spots, but you can see the talent, and you really congratulate you on how hard you worked this off season. Let's go
to Tyler.
We got a couple minutes left in the show. This kid here is really persevered.
Tyler is just really in his first year. He's been hurt, both the last 2 years. But you talk about an outstanding young man right there. You're looking at him. He's such a good kid. Sometimes he even makes you feel bad about yourself. You just don't find people as good as him. But Tyler was an honorable mention all-district player. Obviously he's undersized in the post. He's got great skill. He's a high-skill guy for us, and he does a lot of the dirty work, and he beats and bangs. And, Tyler, every night, he just comes with a smile on his face and a hard work ethic. And, I ask him sometimes to not do that. But, I guess, Tyler, how do you feel about your role and how you do for us?
Well, my role for this team is to be the workhorse. I'm always been an undersized post player, but I beat and bang with they got to be 20 pounds heavier than me or 5 inches taller than me, but I'll work with him.
He does an outstanding job for us. It's amazing. We'll see how good he is next year, because after this season of actually getting to play finally without being hurt.
We got about 30 seconds left in the show. Tyler, what about Saturday night?
Saturday night, I want all of us to just push as hard as we can. I know we get that dub. Should be easy. Just run in transition, play defense, go get some boards.
All right, Coach Lockhart. Guys, I appreciate y'all coming on.
Thanks for having us. And
you've been watching the Locker Room Chat, and Clinton Dragons, thank you for being here. We'll see you next week.
Appreciate it.